Hey there, Vanessa Harris of Motherhood Unmasked, and I just wanted to remind you that as stressful as it is sometimes as parents, sometimes the best thing is to just let your child struggle through it. Um, Let me qualify that because let me give you the context of why I'm saying that, because it's not the case for everything and it's not an ongoing thing. But here's what happened last night. Our daughter, our youngest, is a sophomore in high school, algebra 2, working on matrices. I don't recall matrices. I don't know why they're learning matrices in algebra 2, but anyway, that's where she is, and that thing is a bugaboo. It is, oh, a hornet. It is distressing for her and therefore distressing for the rest of us because she's up for hours with other things to do, but she's focusing on the matrices. And so she had homework last night that she kind of forgot about because it's her birthday weekend, and who wants to think about matrices on their birthday weekend? But she remembers that it's due by 11:59, and there we are again, and she's trying to work through the matrices, and it's tough to watch. And I'm a pediatrician, my husband's a mechanical engineer, but that was many moons ago. Neither of us are remembering matrices. Her older brothers don't even remember matrices, and they haven't been out of high school very long. And so I'm searching like every parent does. Normally I don't get involved with her homework because I'm like, I did that. I did my time. You do your time. But something like this where like even her teacher is struggling to explain the concept to her, she needs a lifeline. So I'm there trying to search up videos, search up hacks, something. I'm like, give me a sample problem so I can work it out, blah, blah, blah. And then it's getting like 11:35, and I'm saying to myself, girl, you need your sleep. And ultimately, this is her math homework. And she knows that we understand she hasn't been properly prepared to even approach these math problems. So if the consequence for her not completing is a grade that reflects that, we're fine. And so for me as a parent, that was like, hey, I already know that you have given this your best shot once again, and this is just a topic that's just not your thing. We're fine. Our goal, our desire for all of our children is for them to do their best. They can only do their best with what they've been supplied with, and so we're fine with that. So as difficult as it was for me to watch her stress, and because she's like her mama, she wants to do well at all the things, but you can't do well at all the things, so that's a whole nother lesson. But wanting to help and feeling helpless and getting to the place where it's like, you know what? This is actually not my struggle. And some struggle for our children is necessary. It's necessary for them to learn how to persevere, for them to learn how to endure, for them to just be stronger. I mean, it's why you go to the gym and lift weights. You're not lifting the lightest things there are. You are pressing against something that's pressing against you because you're wanting to develop strength. You're wanting to develop definition, so on and so forth. And that has to be built into a child's life. I think we've gotten to the place where there's so much ease and so much technology that gets you from A to B in the shortest time frame possible that there's no endurance. There's nothing that we're really teaching them to press against. And so you have to sort of build that back into parenting. And there are times when they are going through emotional things, depression or things like that, and then you need to intervene and you need to get support and you need to find resources and all of the things. But there are day in and day out things that they're just going to have to wrestle with. I grew up in the Bronx, in the South Bronx, the youngest daughter of West Indian immigrants who had no one make it easy for them to get here to this country, and then to make it easy for them to flourish in the way that they have. And so I come with that mindset. I'm an American, but I'm an American with a little different edge because I have that immigrant vibe. And so I have to pause and have moments like last night where I'm realizing, girl, you have already had this struggle, because I was the girl in 10th grade or in 11th grade when I had calculus AP, and that was a nightmare. And my parents couldn't even begin to try to help me figure that out. And so I had to struggle with it. And it was highly stressful. And I had grades that reflected that struggle. Thankfully, all of my other grades were stellar. And so that made up for that blip. But there's something about that. There's something about the fact that I wrestled with something and wrestled through it. And sometimes I've wrestled with topics and situations and I've come out on top. I was a C in the situation and I came out an A. And sometimes I went in and came out with that same C. But I know what it is to go through something and not crush it and still be standing. And there's a certain something that comes with that. So that when adversities come to me and want me to feel like if I don't get an A, then I'm going to be done for. It's over for me. I can laugh at that because I'm like, hey, not only did I go on to college, by the grace of God, I became a whole pediatrician and had that situation I had in calculus AP. And my daughter, struggling with the matrices, is going to be everything she's meant to be, even though she has struggled with matrices and may not win against this one. And it's just a reminder of the limitations that we have as parents. We want the best for our children. We set them up. We position them to have the best we can provide so that they can succeed as best as they can. And then there are moments when you're like, that's all I got. I can't do any more for you in this area. Not at 11:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. I'll let you, but I'm going to bed. And you go to bed and God works it out. So I hope that helps you and reminds you that kids need a little struggle. That's how they persevere, because life is hard. I mean, you know it, right? Life is hard. It's only going to get harder. I thought life was hard when I was in high school. Life is harder for all of us. And if you don't have some gumption, I brought out an old word, gumption. You need some gumption. You need some strength. You need something where things buck at you and you buck back. Because you have been through enough things and survived them, you know that, oh, I can do this too. I can meet this challenge too. I will overcome this too. This might beat me today, but it won't beat me tomorrow. And even if it beats me today, it won't beat me forever. I'm going to be everything I'm supposed to be. And the reason I know that is because I've been through some things and overcome. So I hope that helps you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.